What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Camiel Daamen from Lessons in Life, and we have a new Dive in Life tutorial this week, and it's about workflow. I want to briefly show you how my workflow is and how you can actually update your workflow using a template and using folders that you create yourself, because I cannot stress enough, and I tell all my students, keep your workflow tight. I like the analogy with cooking, that if you start cooking, you first go to the grocery store, you get all the stuff you need, you cut it up, and then you'll start cooking. You're not going to start cooking and, oh, wait, I don't have potatoes and I wanted to make mashed potato. Oh, let me go to the shop. Oh, it's closed. Oh, you first going to get everything and then you're going to start. So everybody has a moment in their musical career, especially when you're starting out. I think it's also important to already start having a good administration, like having all your tracks in order, all the samples in order. And structuring this will give you great workflow, and when you start doing this, you will actually make faster and better music, because you're actually selecting your sounds beforehand. So if you have a day that you're not inspired and it's not working, why not create a few sounds, or why not structure a bunch of sounds together in a folder? So let me show you how I work. I have a template here. This is my most recent template. This is a kick. It's tuned in G, and I already have it EQ'd. And I have a redux on there, a warm tube, a utility to make it mono, and a drum bus. So basically, this is like the processing that I've created once, and I really liked it. It's a kick that I like, and it's just the 909 stuff from Ableton, and it works like a charm. So setting up a template like this is really good. If you go to the next channel, I have here a sub bass with an FM8. Also within your plugins, if you look in FM8, I have here my favorites. I can also select the chord pad. Let me put the FM8 in here. So I have here, this is like the full library of FM8, but if you right click, you can say add to my favorites. So if you're looking for sounds, go add some to your favorites along the way. So I can go to my sounds, or my favorites, click on something, and find sounds that I like, And if you do this always, you always have inspiration, because every sound you hit, you're going to go like, ooh, I like to make a track with this. And this is, I think, the most important of the whole workflow thing, that if you decide to select the sounds that you like, you're going to be more inspired, because nothing is more uninspiring than going like, to have like this crazy kind of, journey through all kinds of bad sounds in order to find the good sound. So if you prepare your sounds beforehand, you're going to have way more fun. For operator, I also have, if I go to my user library in Ableton and I go to my presets and my instruments, and if I go to operator, I have a few sounds that I made, club bass, bass, whatever, all kinds of stuff. But also like for the instrument rack, I make racks. There's like bass, there's chords, I could use one of these chords. Let's say, what's an old school stab? Let's see. I can just drag it in. There you go. Old school stab. Maybe a 90s vibe stab. What's this? This was made with the wavetable. And this is... sounds a bit similar, which is nice. But anyway, you get all these sounds. FM stab. Made with a resonator. So I have all these sounds ready to go. By the way, you can find these probably in preset packs that I've released earlier on the Gumroad page of Lessons in Life. The link is under this video. And just make your own sounds and put them in your folders, and you're ready to go. For the clap, the same. It's just a 909 kit, just a bit like used with some saturation, already has a filter. Maybe I already have some LFOs going on my hi-hats to create interesting beats. I have another hats rack to layer my hi-hats, so I have just a bunch of hi-hats in the drum rack. So if you go to my drum rack, actually in my presets, I have bass racks, drum racks with hi-hats, and a tons bar rack with sample tons bar sound. So basically you can create all these things yourself and create your own kits. If you're like a tool guy or like a handyman, you also have a tool shed you take everywhere to do your work. So this is basically the same thing. Then that's basically for the template, how I work and how I collect my sounds. There's also some return channels that I have. So I have like a bunch of reverbs and a bunch of delays, which I set up beforehand, so I can always play around with these effects already, and I change them every so often. But if I have something going on, let's say I also have a clap going on here, like just a regular clap, I can send it to the reverb or send it to a delay. So I already have different delays and different reverbs going on, so I can actually sort of like play and DJ with my template from the get-go, which is pretty interesting if you ask me, because it makes it more fun and cool. So then for the collections up here, I have plugins that I like, that I right-click. Everything that you have inside your Ableton, you can right-click and add to one of these collections. So if you right-click on a certain preset, so if you go to your sounds, whatever your browsing sound, you go, hey, wow, this basic silky horn sounds good. I add it to my Ableton preset favorites, like I have here. These are all kinds of favorites that I like to use, that I know are cool sounds that are already built in Ableton. So these are my Ableton preset favorites. Then I've got loads of loops like pads. I've got chords, And these are loops and stabs and separate sounds that I can use, And these are sounds that I like. So, and I've pre-selected them, so I can easily get going. Maybe take a top loop, Got some techno top loops here. Hi-hat loops. It's all really, really structured. And the more structured you are beforehand, the faster you will work, and the more control you have over how fast you can get to a certain result, and control over how you want to sound. Make a list of all the sounds that you like. Like if I listen to my favorite musicians, what sounds are they using? And all these kinds of things. And also concerning samples, I make a sample pack every year. Or not a sample pack, but from all my sample packs that I have, I've got loads that I got it over the years. I just use my selected samples 2019, where I just get some kicks together, that I like. They're in key, and kicks that I've got it over the years. Samples 2020, where I've actually got some cool loops. I select them. I go through like a bunch of sample packs and take my favorite clap loops, for instance. Some claps that I can go and throw into my project easily and fast as I can, so I can get to quick results fast, and it's fun, you can just start cooking immediately. So this is it. I hope you find it useful. If you like what I do, I have a school called Lessons in Life, and I do masterclass events where I do masterclasses. So I do a new one at the end of January for $15. You can just join a 3-hour production masterclass where I'll just make a track and we'll discuss lots of things along the way. It costs $15. $5 will go to the forest in Brazil, so we're helping the planet. And I do online focused beginners course and online inspiring advanced courses, which are 8 weeks courses where you can join. We have a class of maximum 6 to 8 people, and we have a full 8-week program. So go to the Lessons in Life page if you're interested, and follow. Reach out if you want to have more information about the courses. They start every 2 months. So in February I have a new group starting. I have like 2 or 3 spots left. So please get in touch if you want to join. And also I have tutorials. And you can find all the tutorials as well as the interviews that I do with artists like Josh Butler or Joko or Cora or Aaron Volta, Leo Moreno. There's loads of stuff. These are like 1.5 hour, 2 hour interviews where they show how they make music. Some even make music during the show. And sometimes we just talk about gear and life. But it's a lot of fun. So I hope you like what I do, and I hope you like this tutorial. And I wish you all the best with upgrading your workflow. See you in the next one.